It's time to take a look at buttons. Buttons let your user do something. They click the button and it will take them to another URL, another site on the internet, or another page in your site, or lots of possibilities. So let's talk about that. To create a button, you go from Add to Elements to Button, and there you get a lot of choices of what your button can look like. On the other hand, you can change the color and shape of any of these buttons to make it look like you want. Still, here's a lot of startup possibilities. So let's just pick one. About this one, drag it on over to your panel, and there you go. Now when you click on it, you get the small editing palette, and you see that it says button here, and it still says button here, so that's great. If it doesn't, click on the pencil, and then it will. So the things that you can change are the background color. Let's go for something more blue. Boom, done. Notice you can also make this less intense. So I'm not sure why you'd want to. You can also change the background color of the hover. So if your person hovers over it, what color will it be? And what color will the text be in that case? So I'm choosing a very light hover color, but a very dark text color. And there's background. And let's see how that works. So if I hover over it, now the text goes from white to black, or in purple, and the background nearly goes away. So I don't really like that, but we'll fuss with that another time. The most important thing that happens with buttons is what you schedule them to do, and the little link here is the critical piece. Click the link and look at all the options you've got. When they click that button, you could send them to somewhere else on the internet, some URL, but you could also send them to a page if you've created pages. You just click the page that you want and they could go there. You can send them to a pop-up. If you've created pop-ups, click on that and the pop-ups you've created will be listed. Anchors. You see I've got a lot of anchors here, so you could choose that if you've created anchors. Same thing with videos or downloads from the library where you can have placed documents, PDFs perhaps, like lead magnets or whatever you choose can be downloaded from your library. File to download, select file. I have a few of them. And I don't want that right now. Cancel, cancel. Super checkout. If you want to send people to purchase something based on clicking that button, like buy now, and it takes them right to the super checkout. Very important, very useful. And if they're on mobile, you can send them to a phone number and have them call you. The last item here, which is grayed out, is site members. If you have created a membership site, then the button could take people there. I've not, so it doesn't show up. So let's see how this works. Some other things you can do with your button, other than these colors, is you can change what it says. Sure. So if we're clicking here, we've got headline. So instead of double clicking like text would work, you go over to headline. It says register now. It could be buy now. And you can change the font style. You can change the size of the font. There, it gets larger. You can change the color. Here's a yellow. You can bold it, you can italicize it, all these things that you see here. There's some decoration. I don't know why you'd put a line through, but you might need to for one thing or another. There are also icons you can choose from, and a lot of them. I mean, a lot of them. Look at this. Oh my goodness. This is amazing. So many icons, and you use them as if they're text. But if you wanted, say, an arrow pointing toward your the words that you've chosen for your title, or something else, there you go. There's an arrow. You can align it. You can have a subheadline. The subtext could say, or else. I would expect to see that inside the button. There we go. And let's get a color that will show up. Or else. And the font size needs to be larger so we can see it. Okay. And you have to play a little bit to make it symmetrical. You can also make it much larger. Nobody's going to miss that one. You can add shadow. You can blur it a little bit. Can you see that that's blurred? I don't have a good contrasting color, background color. Something ugly, but now you can see the shadow really easily. You can change the borders. These are round, but you could make it, you could make them square. Round border. So 900. Whoa. If we make it 0, it'll become a square button. You can have a border on the button, and that has 3 components. I'll choose solid and a color that I'm not good at this. That's a weird color to choose. Oh, that's really ugly. And notice over here how this little thing is all the way to the left. That means I'm getting 0% of the color chosen. If I pull it to the right, son of a gun, now I get 100% of the color that I've chosen. But I still need some thickness to this border, or no one will see it. So there we go. Now we have a 6-pixel wide solid yellow border. Not design wonderful, but at least the ways that you can modify what you're doing should be clear. So add to elements to button, pick one and drag it on the panel, click on it to edit, and you get a lot of choices. What's the action going to be? That's under the link. You can give it round borders. You can change the colors. And minimum size is for your mobile version. And that's most of it. Hope this has been helpful. Thanks for watching. If you've found some value here, please like and subscribe to the Builderall Guy channel. And be sure to check out my website, thebuilderallguy.com. And leave some comments below. Love to get your feedback. Thanks again.